Well, greetings again, everyone. It's Nick Michalak,
Oh, hi.
and the tremendous Steve Frazier.
Thank you.
And we're giving a little bit of a niche type of commentary today on the exploitation classic from Blair, Savage Streets.
It's excuse me. It's so funny that I had never heard of this film until you brought it up in a commentary years ago.
Yeah.
I don't even remember which one we were talking about.
Would have been Friday Part 5 because the same credited director.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably why. And you mentioned it, and I was like, no, I've never seen it. You lent me your copy. I fell in love. Here we are right now.
Yeah, and they recently reissued it in a much wider available Blu-ray, so everyone can grab their copy and enjoy it with us and get going on it. So, unfortunately, our disc does not have any subtitles. I don't believe the new one has any either, but if you have an old version that has one, switch them on and get your timestamp over to 0 so we can sync up our commentary with your copy of the film. So in 3, 2, 1, play.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that this director also did Friday Part 5.
Mm-hmm. And he apparently he done porn before and stuff like that.
Wow.
And I guess he didn't get on very well. I guess he had some substance abuse problems, stuff like that. And the producer, the interview with the producer on this disc, he was saying like the guy wasn't. He showed like 2 hours late the first day he was shooting.
This is the director. Okay.
The director, Danny Steinmann, that he showed like 2 hours late on the first day, and he was kind of not all there.
Okay.
But
perhaps under the influence of something.
Yeah, but only the producer kind of made comments about that. I didn't see anything from Blair. She didn't mention anything about it or anything. So.
John Vernon. This is here's one of those instances where we have all these people that look like they're 40 but they're playing.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that kind of stand out much stronger against like Linda and Linnea Quigley and such.
Like this guy.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me this guy has school in the morning?
He looks like he graduated college about 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean he's 25, 26. He's certainly not.
These guys look like they're close to about 35.
Love this car. Man. What is that he was putting his clothes in?
I don't know.
I get the idea of hiding your whatever so you can wear your fun threads. The razor blade earrings always crack me up. These guys aren't supposed to be in school, though.
I don't think so.
These are just a resident street gang.
Yeah, they're just lurking. It was such an interesting thing. When I first saw this film several years ago, I was noticing this opening track because it's like, a different version of the song shows up in Transformers the movie 2 years after this. So
okay.
I found out like the version I've been listening to since I was age 6 is actually a cover version of a song I never knew existed.
Holy Lord!
No, no bras here, man.
No.
No undergarment.
She's got a couple of really outstanding qualities in this film. Holy cow!
Yeah.
She didn't look like that in The Exorcist, that's for sure. The soundtrack to this movie, it's I forget the guy's name that did all the songs, but
mainly most of the songs came from John Farnham.
Yes, that's it. And I love the sound of everything in this movie, and I want this soundtrack so bad, and it's impossible to find.
It's impossible to find, but I'm on the Laserdisc Forever group on Facebook. One guy, I made a mention about someone posted about Savage Streets, and a guy said, I have vinyl rips of it.
Okay.
He had
he can sell them?
He had a clear vinyl rip. He just gave it to me.
Shut up!
He just sent me a link to it.
Well, that's unbelievable. I want it.
Because all the versions are like on YouTube and everything. They're really, really low bit rate stuff. They're not very good quality.
Oh, look at that creepy guy. Here's the tease.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just bring it up later on.
No, you gotta You got to set it. It's got to set up.
But if you're listening to this, if you're
Fair
listening to the soundtrack here and the background music, it's like stuff that I love.
Oh yeah,
this late '80s
thorough
or mid '80s hair bandy. Well, it actually sounds like Foreigner. You know, he sounds like he sounds like Lou Gramm.
A little tad bit.
This girl on the right looks like somebody, and I cannot figure out who it is.
She does have a certain look to her, yeah.
And I can't place it. Like, I think she reminds me of one of the characters that was on the Glow show on Netflix.
Okay.
But she reminds me of another, like, one of these slasher film characters that maybe we've covered. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's a very kind of archetypal look.
Yeah. Again, hard to pin these things down. We don't have subtitles to.
Right? Yeah, it's so hard because we're not able to.
Character name somewhere.
We're not able to listen to the dialect. I feel like the last time. What is she drinking? Peach brandy. Ooh, that's right out of Grandma's closet. My grandma drank blackberry brandy. Loved it. So whenever I see blackberry brandy, I finally remember my grandmother. But peach brandy, I don't think I've ever had that. Anyway, I feel like when I watched this last, I looked her up, and she wasn't anybody that I could, nail down as in something I had seen. And our main bad guy here on the left with the razor blade earring, he's been in stuff too, right? Like
Robert Dreyer.
I feel like
he's been in a ton of stuff.
He's got that very distinct face. What's playing at the cinema? Damn it, I missed it. I love stuff like this. There was a Tom Selleck movie of some kind, but I don't know what it was. Or somebody that looked exactly like Tom Selleck.
Looking over his filmography, it just looks like a bunch of kind of like B action movies here and there, and a couple guest spots on A.T. MacGyver stuff. Okay,
so I am completely, here's our Danny Steinmann credit.
Yeah.
I am, okay. It's so hard for me to reconcile in my mind, and we'll talk about Linnea Quigley here in some of her better scenes, but she just was the star of this incident. I cannot reconcile the fact that she looks like this in this movie. Yeah. And just a year and a half later, maybe a year later, in Return of the Living Dead, she is 100% or 180 degrees different. Different. She looks 10 years older. Yeah. Her boobs look bigger.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if she had them augmented between, but
possible.
She looks like she's 16 here, and I don't know. In Return of the Living Dead, she looks like, an adult. Yeah. But you're telling me that's the same girl back there?
That's strange. Yeah, it's very
it's so
strange.
stark difference. And it's only like a year or a year and a half.
Yeah.
Because this came out in what, 83, 84?
84.
84?
Somewhere.
So we're 1 year out?
October 84, so yeah, it was roughly just almost exactly a year.
Look at the cans on this woman here.
I think Living Dead came out August the following year, so.
Kind of looks like Missy Hyatt. Here's the gratuitous.
We gotta get a little, get it up front in the film.
I love gratuitous for absolutely no reason. Boobs. Not because I like boobs, but just I think it's hilarious that
it is.
That people put these kinds of scenes in movies just to have boobs.
Yeah.
They're setting up these guys as good heels.
Oh yeah. They all got a little bit of a different flavor.
Yeah.
Like the blonde guy's a little bit. He feels more like just a regular creepazoid type of guy.
He looks like he belongs in Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, he looks like it. Should be up there with the Miguel Nunez and everything.
Right.
There we
a
go.
little motorboat. Why is she smiling? She's supposed to be in peril.
Because the actress is getting paid to stand there and get groped.
Well, yeah, he's rubbing her nipple. He's rubbing her nipples, so she probably is.
Having a little
Right, feeling the sensation.
something.
Who's on Playgirl? Kurt Russell on the cover
Russell,
of Playgirl. I suppose we can really pinpoint when they filmed this based on what month.
And she does look really familiar.
You know what I'm saying?
She looks like someone in one of the Friday films I just watched recently.
Yeah, agreed. I don't think it's the same girl.
I've got to...
And it's one of those that I can't pinpoint. And I even looked her up, and I swear that it's not her. But it looks just like her. There's TV Guide. TV Guide at one point, the most publicized, the highest circulation of any publication in the U.S. TV Guide, with the #1 magazine. Can you believe that at some point in life you actually had to go to the grocery store or get it in mail and purchase the book to find out what was going to be on television? There was no channel that you could turn to.
Well, you know what the hell's going to happen.
I mean, they put it in the newspaper every day. You remember that?
Mostly it was on like Saturday, Sunday. Like, here's the whole week or something.
Sometimes, yeah. And then, a little bit later into our childhood, the teen years for us, the early 90s, they started, in the newspapers, it would be in there every day of what was on there. But TV Guide, I used to collect the annual, the fall previews.
Okay.
That I still have a stack of like 10 or 12 of them, and I love going back and looking to see what shows they thought were going to be.
You're like George Costanza.
Yeah.
Every copy.
Every
publication.
Copy. Look at these guys. There's the scratch in the print. They couldn't find a better print. It still has the scratch right down the middle. That used to be some shit too. When I worked in the cinema and the print got scratched, which is what those lines are. You can't undo that, and so customers would come out and be all upset that there's lines.
Oh yeah, by the time it's in like week 12 of release,
right? Which also, it is
looks like you ran it through the pavement at the parking lot,
right? Kitty Mart. I don't know. Ooh, ice cream. I need some ice cream. I guess it's kind of indicative of the cinema as well for not taking care of the prints. I prided myself. Is that the right word? I prided myself on being somebody who never I tried not to scratch a print. Look at this is what a rib, right? They just dump garbage.
Yeah.
Like that's some shit. You don't do that.
Yeah.
I get that they were being asshats and
right.
whatever, but I don't know. That seems a little extreme. It's not like they, in Back to the Future when he runs into the shit truck.
Yeah, the manure, yeah.
Right, that's different because he ran into the truck.
Yeah, it's his fault because he's a dickhead.
That seemed more like comeuppance. Oh, look at that. She doesn't like men. What a stereotype, right, in the 80s? All female gym teachers had to be lesbians. They couldn't have just a regular-looking woman.
Yeah, they always look a little tough-ass.
Right. They're like fire plugs or real tough guys, girls, tough girls. Like Stevie here. Yeah. Is that her? Is that the girl that we can't identify? Her name is Stevie? Yeah. Okay, her name's Stevie.
I don't know.
Okay, you're telling me that this guy on the right is also in high school? Because I think not. You want to get somebody's attention, you grab them by the balls.
She's got like 13 acting credits, nothing we've covered.
Yeah, but she looks just like somebody in one of the Friday films. I feel like I've seen this guy before, too. The chest hair and the vest. What a look. Yeah. What a look on this guy. The rolled bandana. He looks like he...
Go fucking iceberg.
Go fucking iceberg.
That one's got to come back in circulation.
There was... Did you watch the featurettes on here?
I watched a few.
There's one where they talk about, like, they had another guy come in at the end and, like, punch up some of the dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the guy that's to thank for
that was the producer.
All of these these great one-liners in here.
Yeah.
Like, go fucking iceberg.
And plus with his voice, man, he is a tough looking son of a bitch.
He might be an alcoholic.
He passed, I think, around 02 or something like that, 05 maybe. But I guess he worked with he worked a lot of westerns before this with like Eastwood, stuff like that.
He looks like he could be a cowboy, yeah.
He feels like he should be riding with a posse somewhere.
I'm not buying that this guy is in high school.
Guy ain't fucking high school at all. He looks like he's 28.
Do you think they typecast any of these girls? They said, "Oh, you gotta make sure you're blonde and you have immense boobs." The one on the right, I think, is wearing a bra.
Yeah,
though.
she's wearing it. The other one ain't. No.
Cindy,
yeah.
What a whore!
Everyone should just wear shirts with their names on. That would make it a lot easier for us.
What are these outfits like?
This is all.
Do you remember?
It's, Newton John.
Yeah. Let's get physical. It's crazy to me to think that, you know, at least when you and I were in school.
This looks like aerobics for like seniors here. This ain't fucking gym class.
No. They're not even doing the moves at the same time.
There's no fucking rhythm.
Like even naturally.
Zippers out.
Unbelievable.
Just flying free.
Even naturally. Like if we started doing, you know, a choreographed back and forth thing,
sure.
we would fall into a rhythm and sync up.
We would.
We'd sync up. I can't imagine. Like, why aren't they in sync? They're really picking on this poor kid.
Oh yeah,
They gotta initiate.
There's always gotta be a punching bag in one of these gangs, you know. It was weird because Dreyer there, the big guy, he was saying in his interview that there was another guy they had pegged for the role that he said he was like the third or fourth build in the Warriors, but he got like religion and stuff like that, and he backed out of the role. I don't know who it would have been. I have no clue.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the guy with the bandana and the vest feels like he belongs in the Warriors.
Yeah. Because it's not Michael Beck. James Remar is doing Walter Hill films. He's too high above the line to be doing a film like this. I don't know. It's not David Patrick Kelly, I can tell you that. So I don't know who fit that bill, or if he was just a little foggy on the details about it.
Yeah, hard to say. That's a cute outfit. This guy just oogling. There is no way you're gonna convince me that she, like, is the same person. Like,
right.
Between cutting her hair and putting makeup on and getting her tits done, like, there's without question she got a boob job between this and the next movie.
It had to be, yeah.
Without question. She looks like she belongs in high school.
Yeah.
Not Cindy. That's that whore. Okay, so what I was going to say before. When we were in school, we had gym uniforms, right? That we changed. And it was like a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
At no point did the women ever look like that.
No, they weren't walking around in spandex and
they changed. Such. These are like bathing suits and aerobics outfits.
Yeah.
They wore the same shit we did.
It wasn't the Jazzercise studio.
No. We missed the shower era. At least I did. Okay. I never had to take a shower in high school. I don't know about you. Like, aside from
they had one. I didn't.
Sure.
Go.
Aside from
I changed in the bathroom stall.
I
wasn't doing that stuff.
Oh, okay. When we were like in swim class, then we showered, but that was different because you had to get the chlorine and stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, we just digressed into gym class here.
Yeah. Linda was saying that they did cut a couple scenes out here that would kind of build the relationship a lot more. That she was a little regretful that they lost those scenes because she thought they would add a lot more into other parts later on in the film.
I think that they do.
They do.
The difference to me, maybe they could show the affection of Quigley to Blair more. Right. But I feel like they do a phenomenal job of showing the Blair to Quigley love.
Yeah. Protective sister deal.
Right. This is the era of giant bush.
Yeah.
This is another, like, one of those gratuitous... Like, showers never look like this in high school. And no group, no gaggle of...
There's no 13 ladies doing it all that in the communion.
And also...
Communal shower.
Also, two things. One, this many, 15 girls would never feel comfortable enough. Girls are more insecure than the guys. They would never all group shower like that and soap up like they're in a music video, porno, whatever. Yeah. And then also...
Well, again, the director did.
Sure, this is the same.
Right. Of the ilk.
Also, though, point number 2, these girls are in high school, which makes them all 16 or 17. And now we're showing them, presenting them, which I feel like is illegal in most states. Most states.
Little red flag on that, yeah.
No smoking. I got to listen to her talk once. I think I mentioned that in the Return of the Living Dead, that she was on a panel that I went to for kind of B-list.
Yeah, ladies.
Ladies, yeah. Because she became like the queen of the B-list horror movie.
Oh, yeah.
And some of them are really terrible.
Yeah,
but she's proud of them. There's one that's like something at a bowling alley.
Slime balls.
Slime balls. Yeah. That one, which I had never heard of until I went to this panel. And
I've seen it. I saw on the video shelves. I never touched it though.
When I saw that she was in it and they showed some clips from it, I was like, oh my god, this looks so bad that it looks good. And so I found it and I rented it or whatever. And it was so bad, it wasn't good. It was just so bad.
Yeah.
If anybody has an opinion on the slime ball Bolorama or whatever it's called, shoot it in the comments because I'm curious to see if this is actually a popular film.
Well, I mean, in this area, I mean, they are turning a lot of them out. They're very exploitative, and so you're going to have a certain margin of them that are going to be just there just to be quick, slap it together, cash in a little bit on the video shelf. They're not going to put a lot of effort into it.
You telling me that they can produce all of that and you and I can't sell a movie? Get out of here. I have better ideas when I'm taking a crap. Did these ladies have all this makeup on when they were in gym class? Because I don't
know. We weren't getting too many close-ups.
Because the girls in the shower sure looked like they were washing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did they re-put on makeup?
Mm.
Is that an upside-down horseshoe on her necklace? Isn't that supposed to be unlucky? Horseshoe's got to go the other way.
Oh. Linda's wearing a cross.
No, I think it's the heart that her sister just gave her.
Well, no, earring. She's wearing, wearing a cross.
I thought you meant the necklace.
Earring.
The Stevie girl there had 2 different earrings.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, as we're getting up to it, it's a weird thing where Linnea, whenever she's very open about doing interviews, whenever anyone wants to ask her something, but she's very much known about doing a lot of nude scenes, but apparently she was never very comfortable doing them, and she always asked for closed sets and stuff like that. So it's one of those peculiar things to see, because usually if you think of, like when you think of like 90s Skinamax flick stuff like that, probably a lot of those ladies they're fairly comfortable about doing that type of stuff and all that thing. And I don't know, not that I'm laying a criticism either way. It's just kind of a interesting perspective that she wasn't terribly comfortable with it, but she became so known for doing it that she was very willing to do it.
I don't think there's one Quigley movie ever where she's not showing her boobs.
I mean, again, Living Dead, she's topless 80% of the time.
Sure, absolutely.
So, I mean, well, I guess as long as they're paying her well enough.
This is like Linda Blair's coming out of
adolescence.
Yeah, like let me show the world I'm actually
worth something
an
more
adult
than,
and an actress.
Yeah.
Even though the movie, didn't really perform, and it's become a cult classic.
I mean, she did like the chained heat and stuff like that. She was kind of lumped into this sort of niche market type of thing. She didn't get like a big prestige picture or something like that. She was just kind of
and I bet
grinding
you,
it out here.
I guarantee you that her agent or her people or whatever presented her as the Exorcist Linda Blair.
Yeah, well,
and at some point,
agents got to do what they got to do to get the name value.
At some point, though, you like that.
You got to grow past it,
right? Yeah. You can't. I feel like that would be very hard for her, especially because she was a child at the time.
Yeah.
It's not like. Samuel L. Jackson was 30 years old when he had his first speaking role in Coming to America.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, you're getting a late start. and then he becomes...
like 4 years later, Spielberg gives him a little role in Jurassic and then Tarantino. So by the time he's making big money, he's almost 40.
Right, exactly. And you can say, Pulp Fiction's Samuel L. Jackson at that point, and it's different because he's already an adult.
Yeah. But it's always the kind of thing of just like with child stars kind of breaking through, and a lot of them don't.
True.
Yeah.
And some really go on to be
Christina Ricci or whatnot, where it keeps working very regularly, and certain actresses or young actors, they find a way to kind of pivot at a certain point to change up the types of roles they're going after, get a little ahead of the curve.
Right. Love me some Ricci. I love that some of these girls are just like completely open about being nude.
Yeah.
Well, that's not suggestive at all. Rubbing her face on his crotch. And they're clearly like just the most vile types of people, right?
I mean,
there's another scratch in the print. They're all over this.
Yeah.
He just bit her ass. Yeah. Is that a thing?
I'm trying to reconcile my head.
What are those two in the back fighting about? They're not involved
just
in
scratching
this. And like, what beef do they have? Clearly, these two don't like each other, but they're the main two.
Yeah. But with the other scene is like, I'm trying to reconcile my head how, as an actor, you go into a sequence of events like this. What mindset do you get yourself into where you're groping your co-star and you're getting all this kind of violent type?
Right.
I don't know how you get to that point. And so when you hit cut, you break out. Because I mean, I've had in films I've made, I've had stuff like serial killers abducting people. Dark type of stuff. I at least take the time ahead of time to like, okay, the actors get together, they get to a comfortable place, but then I never get to a point where they're doing this type of shit,
right? Like
a violent physical assault. My films usually cut out at that point in time to other things, and you come back later or something. I never show the anything actually physically happening to them because I just never. With my stories, I never felt that was something that needed to show or anything. And so I was like, because I'm uncomfortable by the idea, I want to make sure everyone else is very comfortable doing it in the scene, but
I think this particular, I mean, anytime you have a rape revenge movie,
right?
The idea, I think, is that you present it in a way that's so disgusting as a viewer that it justifies all of the revenge portion of the movie.
And the producer, John Strong, he was saying a lot. He wanted to have an anti-violence message. He doesn't want to glorify this. He wants to show how horrible it is.
Is this not Can we say this might also be rape of this young man, right? Because they're forcing him to perform.
Right.
Which that would never think to come up in the early 80s.
Right.
I think in 2021, where we're at now,
it's a very different landscape.
I don't even know if you would be able to shoot this movie the same way today.
I don't think that would happen. You would not this way. You wouldn't be able to do it as an exploitation film. You have to do it as a very different style of picture.
I love Linda Blair's attitude in this scene. She just has no fucks left to give.
No.
And what a great setup, actually. The premise that she gets into a fight and is in the principal's office and therefore is unable to
be present for her sister.
I think they did. It's something so little, but it works.
Right. And you're having this juxtaposition in a certain way that she's here, she feels all cocky and stuff like that in this situation, like, screw her, screw him.
She's almost the street gang version in this story.
Yeah.
It's like a yin-yang situation.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like it.
It's well done. Speaking of done.
Oh.
Poor guy. That may have been his first time. It was definitely hers. He's going to take a turn. Why is he already sweaty? There's another scene that might not fly today. I love that the graffiti on the wall says piss.
Why not?
What are they laughing at? If my friends laughed when I took my pants off, I don't know if I'd be able to, if I'd want to. I don't know if I, like, they forced the other kid, but they're all excited about, like, banging this girl with the other ones watching. Right. You know what I mean? Like, that's weird.
Very, very, very much.
They did a great job of making you not like them.
Oh, yeah. Thorough. I mean, if... He's going commando. He ain't got no line.
Well, it's 1984.
I don't know.
Even the guys, I just don't know. I don't mind commando. I just don't know if you can do it in blue jeans. I've tried it once. It just didn't. It didn't.
Sweatpants, maybe some khakis.
Right. Yeah. But
then I'm gonna sit right.
No,
man.
It really chafes. There's the great sign over there: street shoes not allowed on gym floor. Do you remember this?
Okay, yeah.
That like you couldn't wear
you had to wear a specific
right, so they didn't get the scuffs on the
sneakers. Yeah.
Doctor's hospital. That seems.
Slap a sign on it.
Yeah, that looks like a tool chest over on the right.
Yeah, it does. The big red sucker.
Right. That's a Craftsman set that they put a monitor on and said, "Oh, we're going to call this a hospital."
Just rolled it down from the Sears.
Why is her head wrapped? They didn't do anything to her head.
Well, didn't he kick her at the end? I don't know. They didn't show exactly where he kicked her, but...
Maybe. They really went over the top, too, by making her deaf. And like... Not
just
only...
like going extreme with it, man.
Right. Like, not only...
All the way.
So it's gang rape. And it's not just gang rape. And it's not just gang rape on an underage girl, but it's gang rape on an underage deaf girl to really just drive home that they're bad people. I can see why this movie is a turn off to some folks.
Right. It's a certain flavor. You got to preface it in a certain way.
However, that being said, when I watched this most recently, I watched it with my best friend and his wife.
Sure.
And my best friend had seen it, but not in a significant amount of time. And the wife had never seen it. Oh. And the wife is very anti-rape. Like, she's very squeamish and has to look away at any rape scene. Right. But at the end of the movie, she loved this thing.
Okay.
So it turned out that it worked because she was so anti-rape that she was, like, 110% in.
Ready for the crossbow.
On the
She was
revenge.
ready for the crossbow.
Yeah. And I get it. So I've seen it personally in action. It is effective.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
What the hell's the name of that doll with the... Is it Strawberry Shortcake?
Maybe, yeah.
I think it's Strawberry Shortcake in the corner of that big one. I love me some 80s nostalgia here, but I wasn't as up on the female toys. Linda Blair is a great actress.
Oh, yeah. Of course, the stupid Razzies nominated for Worst Actress. But
For this?
But then the Saturn Awards are all about the genre stuff, the sci-fi, all that type of stuff. They nominated her for Best Actress along with Linnea.
Really? For the same movie?
Yeah. Because Razzies can be full of shit anyway, so...
Yeah,
they're
they're
kind of a joke anyway. They're kind of intended as kind of a fluke type of idea. Even the guy's got eyeshadow.
It's beautiful.
Eyeliner.
Beautiful.
That black guy ain't got
He's
much
not
going
dancing,
on, man.
yeah.
Nah, he
He's
breakdancing or some shit.
That's her mom, right?
Yeah. She's really old. She looks closer to 60 or so.
Why is her mom there?
I
And
love the red jacket.
Are we sure that that's not a man? Or was a man at one point? I mean, that looks like a man.
I was reading trivia about something. I'll see if I can figure
I don't know
this
what the
out.
school can do. The mom said, what's the school going to do about it? That's an interesting point. Because the kids don't go to school. And anymore, you can't just walk into a school.
No.
You know, if I wanted to go visit my high school where I, graduated, to see it or whatever, like, it's like Fort Knox. Like, you have to have an appointment and you have to go to the office.
Well, yeah, there's one time long ago where I was first trying to start auditions for stuff, and I wanted to go into my whole old high school to see if I could arrange something somewhere.
Maybe with the acting department or whatever.
Just
arts.
some space somewhere the whole time. And they stopped me at the front door and said, you got to have an appointment or something. They come in here. It's like, okay, well, whatever.
And that was 10, 15 years ago.
That was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Check something here.
There's that beautiful car. I don't really care for convertibles as much because I don't like wind in my hair.
My mama had one of those Sebring convertibles.
Yeah, so did my mom.
I didn't care for the feel of it.
My mom's like, "Oh, you put the top down?" Absolutely not. It's gonna mess up my hair. Those suspenders are quite nice. I was never really a suspenders kind of guy. I get that, Bandana and our main guy here both wear the same outfit as part of like a uniform, so to speak. But the albino guy, he wears like a t-shirt. Yeah. But it's the same T-shirt all the time. Like, does he have more than one?
Flannel.
Does he have more than one, or is he just always wearing the same shirt?
The cartoon characters.
I get,
Just drawn with the same thing every time.
Yeah. Well said. Well said.
I think the red jackets look really nice on him. That's real good.
Yeah, that's a nice gang kind of or club. Or whatever, gang's the wrong word, but almost like a sorority.
Looks like they're in a bowling league.
Well, I don't know. I don't think so because they're not the same.
Yeah.
Like they're not matching jackets. It was like,
that's
hey,
the first thing that sprang to head nylon red jacket.
Get a red nylon jacket, and we'll be, the Pink Ladies or whatever from Greece.
I think they actually have a name. I didn't have.
Maybe.
Lack of subtitles.
It really. Oh, the bang's got to go though on that old broad there. Again, what kind of club can you get into like this in high school?
Satins. They're called the satins.
Oh, okay.
So there's probably satin jackets.
Makes sense. Just like every good pro wrestler. Close up on the titties.
Yeah.
You can't even tell what the shot is, you know. This really does feel like they just threw a bunch of on a set, right? This doesn't feel.
It looks like the VFW hall,
right? And maybe it was. You know, that's the kind of place that would host a teenage club.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, some of these people do not know how to dance. Yeah. Not saying that I do, and I could do any better because I cannot. However, you'd think if you're going to cast extras in a dance club, you might ask them to do a couple of moves.
You gotta be able to ring up some kind of dance studio somewhere, get some background action in there.
Sure, that might cost money though.
Sure.
Clearly, they were on a shoestring budget.
Yes. Well, there's the whole budget right there in his hand. It's probably
couple $100 bucks.
Probably a 50 or so.
He's still got his peach brandy. BYOB. Has he got a lisp? I also can't tell if his tattoo is real. I feel like it's not.
The vest guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole band's got guy liner going.
I dig it. His earring is a pill.
Peculiar. Razor blade's much better.
They all have only one earring.
Hmm.
Remember the days when you could just grab somebody by the ass and then
Jesus,
grab their breast, just titty grab them? There are so many things. Like, look at him.
Yeah. Is that a dragon on his?
I can't really tell what
shoulder?
It is. Yeah, like a Chinese dragon.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're actually playing that.
No, I think that's kind of more pantomiming it.
Bass is not at all synced up with the actual bass.
He ain't playing no bass, man.
He's not. He doesn't know how to slap at a bass. Oh, yeah, the satins.
Yeah.
They just pass her around. I mean...
Yeah.
What kind of people are these? Like, they are the most despicable people.
Yeah.
You really want to see them all die, except for maybe the timid guy, the new kid.
Right. And he's playing it very well. He's got this sort of, like, big-eyed...
Well, yeah, he's...
emotive quality to him.
Yeah, he's great. He can't believe what his own friends are doing.
Yeah.
And he's questioning, why am I with them?
Right.
And these two...
Yeah.
Golf pros are going to go intervene.
Golf pros.
Some of this dialogue is really bad. He's a big dude. I bet he's like 6. You bet he's your height, like 6'3", 4.
6'4" or something.
He's huge.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable. I hate all of them. Which means they're great characters, right?
There's your second decoration, a little neon rock and roll sign.
Yeah, you can tell that that might not even, those aren't even real walls. They just... Yeah. How weird would it be to be on stage performing and then this fight breaks out and you have to keep playing your song? I guess you don't have to, but they could in theory stop playing and say we're not going to play anymore until y'all leave or whatever, but club owners don't usually take too well to that.
Yeah.
Some great 80s cars. Jeep Wranglers that haven't changed in 20 years. Isn't it interesting that almost all, and maybe I'm oversimplifying, but I feel like so many of these teenage classroom scenes are always English class?
Yeah.
Like, do they just...
It's not math or anything, or...
Do they... I guess English class requires a lot of conversation.
Sure.
More than math.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the poetry thing? Where he's going to make up a poem?
Yeah, something.
Something about getting head or something?
It's going to be crude no matter what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Disco sucks. The bug eyes. There's our boy with the open fly in the background. I like that this is the kind of teacher that I think is, and not because she's,
open-minded.
Yeah, like she literally asked him.
Yeah.
For a poem.
She doesn't just eject him from the room or anything.
Right, and even though it is suggestive and not necessarily appropriate, like she's talking about it.
Right.
And it's a safe space. I think I want to be her student. Well, see, now she's trying to do what all English teachers do. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Now we're getting a little sappy.
Aw. Oh, dear. You couldn't do that in 2021. Who is this Boy Scout that's sitting, or Girl Scout sitting back there with a bandana around her neck? Like, what? I forgot that her name was Brenda. It's a name that kind of went out of fashion.
Yeah.
It happens to be my mom's name. Okay. Shout out to my mom, Brenda. But I don't know any Brendas that are under the age of 30.
I couldn't
or
tell
40.
You.
Like, I've never met another Brenda that was younger. So it was kind of flash pan, and then it went away.
Strange how names happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come and go.
Sometimes I have conversations with my friends, and we look up the top names every year, and you can kind of see how names oscillate and come into fashion every generation or so.
Sure.
It's so interesting. The bang's got to go. Who just has titty pictures in their locker? You can't have titty pictures in your locker now.
No.
What does the "I was there" one mean with the bird with the balls in his mouth?
What the fuck?
What does that mean? Explain this to me. Airborne nut.
Fuck all.
Can somebody explain this to me in the comments section what that means?
Okay, Dancing with a Skeleton.
Right. This is another segue into Return of the Living Dead. Are these all the same classmates now in the next class?
They just keep moving on from this.
That's not how high school works.
No.
This guy has
He's
got
a
to
dork.
go. He's got to go.
Yeah, he's no good.
And her whole thing is that she's with him,
I guess
and
so,
she's jealous that he's paying attention to her, so she hates her.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense
Why
to me.
aren't you mad at your boyfriend for
Exactly.
necking on another girl?
It's not, oh dear.
She's not coming on to him.
Right. She's not even reciprocating.
Yeah.
Talk about dorks.
Yes, this is definitely the science teacher.
The goddamn skeleton is hilarious. Put that goddamn skeleton back. I love this guy. I love him.
Oh, here we go. Another sight gag.
Whoa. I like that she's got bug eyes. She's looking down and he's looking across. That's hilarious. Well done.
E.
And this looks like right out of... They did this to make it look like Grease, right? Like he's got little handcuffs on the back
Yeah,
of
it's
his...
peculiar.
It's interesting. It's kind of cool. I don't think you can call her a fucking retard in 2021 either.
Can we just blanket say this film just would not happen these days? Just none of it.
Which is a shame
Absolutely
because
none of it.
It's so much fun. I feel like most people couldn't even watch this movie, let alone... And
well, I keep thinking this whole thing is like, this didn't air. I don't know. This might have hit on HBO or something. Ain't running on no network, I'll tell you that much.
well, no.
Not a fucking chance.
Nobody wants anything to do with
The
this.
film would be about 20 minutes long.
Go fucking iceberg. Anybody that wants to air this.
I was waiting for another sight gag.
He forgot to continue the spelling of vagina. He only got to veggie. Oh, God. What was I going to say? I don't remember. I was thrown off by calling her a fucking retard.
Oh, it's going to blow up again.
Again with a retard.
Cat fight. Just go through and slug her.
At no point...
They gotta roll around and scrape.
Why wouldn't she just punch her in the face?
Gotta pull hair and everything. That's.
I mean, there was when we were in high school, there were a fair share of cat fights.
Okay.
But bitches be punching each other in the face.
Oh, sure. At least a slap or something.
There's a little choke.
There we go.
Here you go. You got to rip her tits out. That's how you get somebody. And then you pinball her around onto the teacher.
Yeah. And the fucking boyfriend ain't doing fuck all.
Well, no, because he wants to be with Linda Blair.
Right.
As anyone would. This guy's been in so many things, and I cannot think of it. He's got a cool little... Look at his succulents back there. Huh. He's got some great cacti, and... I love it! She says, fuck you to the principal.
He was in Dirty Harry again, Outlaw Josie Wales.
Oh, yeah, he's been around.
Animal House.
Animal House, yeah.
Lots of stuff.
Yep. I'm not a huge Animal House...
Lots of voice work, too.
I'm not a huge Animal House fan. I know that...
I've never watched it, but...
It's a generational comedy, and I know that that generation thinks it's one of the funniest movies ever. It's not my kind of humor, and it's not that I don't appreciate it. I think it's...
not your flavor.
I think it's good. I just don't...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Doesn't strike you.
Right. That whole era, like Caddyshack... the Blues Brothers. Blues Brothers, I think I like the most out of that group. Caddyshack, I really don't like.
We more get up towards like the Ghostbusters, Beverly Hills Cop.
Well, I don't like Ghostbusters either, but Beverly Hills Cop is right up my alley.
Eddie Murphy stuff, and then
I like rated R comedy. I guess
John Candy stuff.
Well, sure, yeah. That. Oh, Stevie's getting married. Now I just remembered what happens to the...
Yeah.
Oops. I don't know what it was about the 80s and early 90s where they had these poofy shoulders and sleeves. It was so in fashion to have a poofy shoulder and a poofy sleeve on your wedding dress.
Yeah, and then had all the shoulder pads going on. I don't know.
It would have been... Like, if you cut all the shoulder off...
Yeah.
And just had, like, a strap... Not strapless. Well, strapless and sleeveless.
Sure.
It would look so much better. Now, granted, people want... You know, it might feel a little slutty, though, to not have that...
Or at least you had sleeves, you don't have the big shoulders.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little more streamlined type of design.
But they were so in fashion then. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't even say...
Well, it was big everything. Big hair.
I want to live...
Big makeup.
I want to be there.
Yeah.
I want to be there so bad. The scene always struck me as weird because she's walking miles and miles.
Are you walking through like the desolate part of town to get home or something? That's a little peculiar.
Jesse! Street.
Jesse! There's a methadone clinic down there.
We were about a year away from that, too.
A year and a half, there about 2 years. Oh, just walking through the old industrial park for...
Yeah, like, where's your house, lady? I really do want that car. I don't understand this geography.
Yeah. It's unusual.
What town are they in? Did they say? Are we in, like, Hollywood, like, L.A. area?
Generally, I think it's Los Angeles.
It feels like Los Angeles. This feels like Texas Chainsaw 2 at the theme park there at the end.
Yeah, Texas Battle Land or something.
Yeah. And old Stretch is running up the mountain. The graffiti everywhere is so off-putting. And it's all the same handwriting, too. So, interestingly, that they...
Yeah.
Like, it's set decoration.
They have the same art direction.
Yeah.
It's like, Like, only that one pillar is decorated. Nothing else in the entire bridge has an ounce of graffiti on it.
Right. Here's where that guy really takes a character turn.
Yeah. Just knowing he's wearing both a denim jacket and a leather jacket, while the other guy's just wearing a leather vest. Is it hot or is it cold?
I also feel like he's always so whiny. Like he talks like he's crying.
Yeah.
He's really gonna go overboard here. And down she goes. Like he literally just murdered a woman by throwing her off the bridge.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He's a murderer and a rapist. Although the other three raped, he did not.
We didn't see that, no.
And he is the murderer, so I guess they're all
right.
They're all bad.
Yeah, they're all culpable
in one way, shape, or another.
Yeah.
I wonder when they started making them as convertibles, because I feel like the classic '57 Chevy Bel Air, I never, maybe it is. I didn't know if it came in a convertible though. I feel like it was a slightly later model. Does he wear braces? Give me rock or give me head.
He might be. They never give him a close-up anywhere.
Yeah, I guess the scene in the English class would have probably been his biggest scene, but I feel like he is.
Yeah.
Again, only one earring on her. That was really a thing. Because Blair's only got... Oh, she's wearing two.
The pair.
Are they the same, though? Because I feel like earlier they were not.
Mitsubishi.
It's a Mitsubishi Montero, and
I don't think they make that anymore.
They did up until I actually looked it up when we watched this not that long ago, and it was fairly new at the time. I think the first models were like in 80, 81, or 82, and because I was like, what kind of car is she driving? And yeah, it's a Mitsubishi Montero, and I want to say Montero lived on at least until recently, because there was the Montero Sport.
Okay.
That
they might have changed design quite a bit, because I haven't seen anything that looks like a Jeep Cherokee or something like that from them.
Yeah, like the Jeep Wrangler has not changed much in 40 years.
Yeah.
It's become a little more, modern looking, less tank-like, but...
Yeah.
You're right. The denim and the leather.
It's a little much.
Why is he sweaty? Because he ran over here? Is that okay?
He'd be sweating as much if he didn't have all these layers on. There's all these thin-skinned LA people. Once it gets like 50 degrees, they start shivering to death.
Yeah.
Here, we just got like negative 10-degree weather.
Yeah, it breached 50 today, and people were out there in shorts. I could get used to 50 being as cold as it ever got, though, personally. I like it hot. Some like it hot.
Some like it hot.
That's a fun little movie. Linda Blair has great hair.
Oh, beautiful.
It is a Craftsman. Look at that. I don't think the Craftsman ever manufactured hospital equipment.
That's just strange. I mean, it's clearly a hospital they're shooting in. I mean, that's hospital wallpaper if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's almost... I don't know how they could have built this as a set. It would have been faster and cheaper just to go to a real...
Right.
It could have been a doctor's office or a clinic or something, but still. Oh.
No, thrust.
Jesus.
Oh.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember blood on her.
Yeah, that must have been an alternate take or cut.
Something.
That was a weird shot where the bus was crossing.
Yeah.
Interesting that they would leave that in here. Here's another song.
Oh, great
that
song.
Sounds
great
just like Foreigner.
That was the kind of interesting thing that some of those scenes I was mentioning before that they cut out between the two sisters bonding, they were supposed to have this entire sort of sequence where they're in the bathroom and having a big bonding moment. So that's why this scene is supposed to have some context instead of just feeling exploitative.
This was a big deal because Linda Blair was exposing herself and
she had done some photo shoots. I don't know if it was right around this time, but she looks very similar to those photo shoots.
And she was very comfortable. She talked about this, I think, in that featurette, that she was okay with doing it.
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't,
It had some purpose to it, and that's why when they cut those other scenes, it lost some of the meaning behind it.
But I get the idea that, she's so fed up, and that was her breaking point.
Yeah.
And that was the soak with the cigarette is like the calm before the storm.
Right.
One last moment of zen before she goes out to murder some motherfuckers. Right. That's the mom. So now I'm confused at who that man-woman was in the nightclub. Was it just another patron? Was it somebody else's mom?
Was it someone else's mom? Because I was reading trivia because I think it was her. Because in the trivia they're talking about, because Danny Steinmann did Friday 5, there are a couple other people who did work in Friday films. There's one of them...
Aquanet?
Yeah. One of the other young girls, she was like a nurse in Final Chapter, and then one of the women, whoever was Charlene, which I think it was the other woman, played Mrs. Voorhees in Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh. Okay.
So, I think that was her, the one that was in the club.
Really?
But, I mean, that film's like...
I have no reason...
30 years after that. 20 years after this? 20 years. 2003, 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years later.
After many years, it's very hard for us to keep track.
I like those earrings.
Yeah.
I like the red lipstick. He's got a can of peanuts there that's open.
Mm.
Who leaves an open can of peanuts and a V8? He's got a V8 juice.
Boy.
Oh, she doesn't know yet.
Oh, no, she doesn't know. Had no clue.
So, I never understood why she didn't just kill him.
Slit him, yeah.
Yeah. There is the little scratch. I think that was done well. Great music.
God, I love this song. There's an instrumental version on it. I used it in a video promoting the Patreon.
Oh, really?
A couple years ago.
Oh, there's Kiss. There's my guys on the Def Leppard.
Oh, yeah, that's which one was the one with Lick It Up on it?
Yeah, that was Lick It Up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Lick It Up. That's the Lick It Up poster, which came out in '83, but
yeah.
I still have some Lick It Up stuff up, and it's been 35 years, so. Oh, see, now they've got the
hard top. No, well, the soft top.
It's a soft top.
Soft top.
And it's interesting because this car, I think, is like a baby blue, and the interior being
it's
red.
Burgundy type of deal. Yeah,
I was going to question the burgundy interior earlier, and then when you put that burgundy on the top, it's kind of it's off-putting.
No, it's not a good.
Doesn't make it as
mix.
nice.
Not a good mix.
Could have been white.
White should go on white or gray.
If the car was white,
Right.
then you could get away with the red.
Yeah.
Take flying lessons. Listen to you. It's interesting that this is their lair.
Yeah.
It's like an old textile worker mill. Textile mill. Clearly, he is still going commando on the right there.
Oh, yeah. How does this look for, man? I love the jumpsuit.
Oh, my God.
The whole look.
Everything about it.
Hello.
Get a little girl hot and horny. Not hot and bothered, as is commonly paired. Hot and horny. Yeah, the leather or black jumpsuit, the belt is tremendous.
Oh, yeah.
There's some great lines that the producer put in here.
Oh, I can't wait till this one comes up, man.
The Linda Blair line?
Oh, yeah, D-line.
Which isn't on the main bad guy. It's on, like, the vest guy, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's salami, baby.
So, the OCD in me, and also the merchandiser in me, is looking around at this set and wondering, how does this textile place operate with everything in such disarray? There is no rhyme or reason.
No organization, no color coding.
This here looks the most organized because it all appears to be the same fabric. Anyway. Like, this looks fine. They actually did some work here to make this. But all those random like, it almost feels like this is the actual mill, and some of those other scenes were just cobbled together.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Like, at this point, the audience is so, like, boiling over.
Oh, yeah, we're just waiting.
We're salivating.
You've been waiting for the last 10 minutes since they threw her off the bridge.
Yeah.
To see someone get cut up here.
Like, we need somebody to really just get slaughtered.
And the music here is really nice. This little percussive beat thing to get a little tension up there. Build the suspense a bit.
The old tape trick. That's kind of fun. She really planned this out, didn't she?
Yeah.
Hey, there's your axe. I know you love an axe. We've talked about that a few times. Oh, there's the bear traps
bear.
from the shop. What does that mean? Oh, is this your line?
Here it comes, baby.
What? First he's gonna fuck her. Then he's gonna slice her.
Oh, here it comes. Yes. That's the line of the century for me, man.
That.
Too bad you're not double jointed, or else you'll be able to bend over and kiss your ass goodbye.
Linda Blair said in this interview,
she absolutely loves that line.
It's her favorite line of dialogue she's ever said in any movie. In any movie.
If I had to deliver that line, it would be my favorite too. That's amazing.
I don't love it.
I love it. I love it, man.
It's a little too corny for me.
Ah.
But that's that producer guy who came in and punched up the...
For me, it's how she delivers the thing, because she's straight up badass at this point.
Yeah, but I feel like it was kind of flat.
Oh.
Oh, see,
that's the line.
I like that line.
That one's good.
That's way better to me.
That's good. Now he falls in the bear trap.
And that's it? Oh, you gotta have a cigarette.
Oh, she just gotta weigh out the other guy, man.
Are we assuming that the albino guy is now dead from the bear trap?
I'm guessing so.
Old Chevrolet.
There was a little on-screen flub that the lighter wouldn't go off for. So she just improvised. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you get out of the way? He just stands there and holds his arms up.
Never get that.
He's also got a satin jacket. Or no, I guess it's a windbreaker. It's a nylon windbreaker. So he can break wind. That's it?
Yeah, he should have drove right over him or something.
That's how he dies?
Yeah,
that seems...
Yeah, not enough.
Lackluster.
He should have drove the car right over top of him or something.
Yeah. If they'd have just...
You can get a cheap dummy somewhere, put the windbreak on her.
Right, and you just go kabump, kabump over the top, and you don't even have to show it. You can just have the car jump, blump, 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 and then...
Some sound effects, some celery crunching or something.
Sure.
On the Foley.
On the Foley, sure. Love it.
Christ.
Now she's Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
She really just staged it up here.
Christ, like triple bear trap.
Triple bear trap. The old triple bear. Oh, he's got a gun?
Oh, now he's got a...
Why would he think that she's standing over on the
over
there?
Go.
You know, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Why would he not assume she's inside? There's that ricochet noise that I hate.
Yeah.
How much would this suck? This guy really, he gets the worst of all of it.
Oh, yeah.
The other two...
She wants to make him suffer.
The other two were fairly instant.
Yeah.
Maybe not bear trap guy, but the vest guy, who I think we just saw breathing in that shot, by the way.
I'm sure.
Oh, my God. No. Oh, no.
There's a shish kebab for you.
That, not much makes me squeamish. That did. And not as effective when you don't show it. On the second one.
Yeah.
Not that they had to show it twice, but...
Right.
Had they gone in reverse order and not shown the first one and then shown it on the second one, that might have been better. Here I am playing director now. How many? There are no more bullets left in that gun.
Oh, he just reloaded it.
Oh, I see.
Well, he's not even unloading 6 shots and he throws it away again.
God, she's hot.
Oh.
Never hotter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a badass.
Oh.
That might have been a cigarette burn. Did you see it on the top left?
I didn't catch it.
She's so deliberate.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I like the percussive beat. It's almost like a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Very effective, I think.
Wow.
I can't even imagine the pain
Right,
in pulling an arrow out of yourself, let alone
and
your
then
knee,
trying to walk on it.
let alone your quads, basically.
Yeah.
I don't think it got him right in the kneecap, but I think it got him in the quad.
So Kevin Nash. Oh.
When did she do that? I love that belt.
Yeah.
I love everything about her outfit. I love everything about her in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how you just change the setting and all of this is like a real kinky like scene. Like the director really set this up, I think, to be like, you could tell this director did porn because
Yeah.
you just change this to a bedroom and all of a sudden it's like it's a whole different story. Did they reveal that she was pregnant prior to this, or was that...
Again, subtitles, man.
Yeah, that really would have made a difference. There, you close the cage door on her. Carrie Von Erich in Christmas '82.
Oh, God's sakes.
Nope. Couldn't do it.
Either the upside down or the falling on the knee. Either one of them.
I can't do upside down.
For you.
I can't do upside down.
I don't know.
I can't be upside down for 10 seconds. Let alone... I couldn't even film a scene.
Oh, yeah.
Did she just go knife to the throat?
Right, no, the stomach.
Oh. Again, making him suffer.
Yeah.
Had she gone jugular, it would have been
well,
over.
even then, it's more of a desperation shot.
Oh, it might have been in the dick.
And close in there.
Upper thigh. Inner thigh. Ouch. How is he functioning? And they also did a good job of having her then, turn about and be in peril a little bit.
A little vulnerability goes a long way, yeah.
Because had she just slaughterhoused everybody,
right,
it might not have been as satisfying from a viewer's point of view.
It felt a little too cold.
Yeah.
You need a little sort of... She herself hasn't been directly in peril throughout the entire film. She's avenging everyone else, but once you get to a point where you can see that she's cowering, she's afraid, and she fights back, it feels more satisfying.
The paint store. It's going to be like Chopping Mall all over again. where apparently the entire store was flammable.
No, we need a NECA action figure of her in this outfit with the crossbow and everything.
Have they not done something like that?
I've never seen one float around.
Because
they gotta do that.
There's gotta be a market for it.
They gotta do that. I mean, come on, Linda hits the convention circuit like a regular type of thing. She's big on the convention circuit. She does.
Well, she's real big on promoting her animal rescue.
The animal rights and protection stuff,
But if I ever, and I've considered meeting her before, but she's always been a little high price-wise.
A little high. When I was going to do it, I was like, I wasn't hot on the stills that she had. There was a certain specific type of thing I wanted her to sign, and she didn't really have anything I was hot on. But the line is always very long for her.
I would clearly go Exorcist, though, as opposed to this movie. However, when I talked to her, I would talk about this movie.
Sure.
But the image that I would have her sign would be an Exorcist item, I think. I feel like that would be appropriate. Sure. But if I do the conventions more often than you do.
Yeah.
If I'm considering now talking to her about it to see if she was ever even approached.
Yeah.
For an action figure.
Yeah, because they have to license her likeness.
Because I feel like there are Exorcist action figures.
I'm sure there's something.
Yeah, as Reagan.
The
head spinning around or whatever. I feel like there are. But that's interesting. Maybe there just isn't enough
groundswell.
Right, there isn't a market for this movie. Although now with the re-release of the Blu-ray, you'd think maybe.
There you go.
There's no way he'd be able to see with paint in his eyes like that.
Oh, God, no. It'd be burning.
He's got a regular choke on her, though. I mean, it's like Andre the Giant style.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Tony Caesar?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's
I
not.
don't think so.
It's not. I looked last time. He would have been...
He would shoot Nightmare.
Look at this terrible mask they have. It's like Michael Myers.
It looks like Leatherface.
Yeah, Tony Caesar would have been doing Nightmare on Elm Street about this time.
So it's kind of interesting thing, because I was saying how earlier it seemed like the lighter didn't flick on. That almost seemed like it was a flub. Maybe it wasn't, because it sets this up there. It's like if the thing wasn't turning on earlier, it kind of sets a momentary suspense.
Maybe it's not going to work this time.
Maybe, I don't know. Could just be a happy accident for the benefit
but
of the
story. But it works.
Yeah,
it works.
Yeah.
There goes that nice leather jacket.
Kind of interesting. All this stuff looks dark nighttime, but when you cut to him, it looks like the break of dawn.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, those aren't the same time of day.
No.
This also looks like daytime.
Yeah.
Whoa. Interesting cemetery there. A lot of real tall stuff back in there. Unless they're up... Oh, those might be statues that are up above.
I mean, speaking of Nightmare, this might have been the same one that used there.
Sure, the same cemetery.
Possibly.
There are so many.
I'm sure there's quite a few, in the LA area, but if you find one that's willing to work with a film company, I mean, they might just attract a few more.
And all these girls were going to be her in her wedding party. Is that what the idea was here with the corsages or bouquets? I guess.
Yeah. Linda's hair is a little bit more 70s here.
So is her outfit.
Yeah, the brown earth tone. We got to tone it down for the mournful scene.
Red there looks like she could have been in Grease in the 50s. But yeah, you're right. This is very 70s Blair.
Mm-hmm.
And Quigley is just
there,
up and out of the hospital, and
right. There's no transition.
Like, how long after is this?
Yeah.
Maybe this is the day that she was supposed to get married, or so, like her wedding day later.
Possibly,
Later on.
Yeah.
Again, subtitles would be very helpful.
Right.
Here's another great soundtrack song by Vernon.
Oh, yeah. Nice crane shot they're going with here.
I don't think this is the same cemetery.
No, it was a little more sparse because they had kind of a mausoleum or some big structure in the background for Elm Street.
But it also didn't have, unless they shot it from the other
Cityscape
direction.
in the back.
Yeah, there was no cityscape behind.
Yeah.
Oh, Louis P. Zito got special billing at the end. Interesting. Yeah, no Tony Caesar. I definitely, as soon as I see a burn stunt,
yeah,
especially, in the early 80s, where he was doing them, as opposed to
coordinating.
Right, like by the time you got around to, the Serpent and the Rainbow in that era, he wasn't actually doing them anymore. He was
the head guy,
the supervisor, right,
choreographing everything.
But this is pre or around the time that he would have been filming the Nightmare stunt, where
Nightmare comes out a month after this.
So I guess it would have already been filmed, and I don't know when they filmed this. It could have been in the can for a while, or it could have whatever. But he went on to win the award for like longest burn, or I don't know if the
I think it was something like longest on-screen burn to that point.
Yeah, I don't know exactly that isn't the award, but I forget, it was like stunt of the year or something for
something along those lines.
In the stuntman profession, I guess they have their own awards because they're certainly not recognized by the Academy, which I'm still hoping that at some point.
It's long overdue.
Yeah, I think so. It would be so hard to narrow down, 5 or 6 actual stunts. But you could award
or just it would have to be like a stunt team for the work over the course of the
and
whole
whoever
film.
the supervisor was would win the award, I guess.
Right.
So I feel like they really should have done this a long time ago.
A long ass time ago, yeah. And people have lobbied for it, but they really haven't responded to it, which is that's a shame. Especially now these days, where you got like Tom Cruise doing these insane Mission Impossible stunts. They're all done extremely practically.
Special thanks to Playgirl.
Yeah.
But they're so quick to change all the other Academy rules about inclusion and membership and
how many films are capable of being nominated and
like
blah, blah,
everything,
blah.
But they can't include the stunt people. It's what a shame.
They got a bunch of technical awards. Why don't you just throw that in there?
If you're listening to this, Tony Caesar, we believe in you. We have your back.
Yes, all the time, every time.
This was fun. I hope more people. I don't know. I hope everyone enjoyed this and had fun, owns it or rented it or streamed it or something to be able to watch it. Because especially if you haven't seen it, I for one was enamored by it the first time I saw it just a few years ago.
Yeah, I caught it on word of mouth and just kind of started hunting it around, and I was really surprised when I walked into a disc replay somewhere and I finally saw a copy of it and I grabbed it up right away. And
if somebody can give me a hot tip on a soundtrack, feel free to shoot it right in my DMs on the Twitter at Elgin Film Guy, because I will jump on that, especially the vinyl. Ooh.
Very rare.
Yeah, very rare. So that's my white whale right now.
Okay.
Is the vinyl soundtrack to Savage Streets 1984.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you very much. Take care. We'll be back with great stuff soon, and bye-bye.
Bye.